For the first time ever, a brand new deduction just cost a gymnast a World Cup gold medal. And the worst part, it probably shouldn't have been taken at all. The Cairo World Cup also saw our high bar World Cup champ not even make finals after a pretty horrific qualifications. We also had the Luxembourg Open comp with a little less drama. Before we talk about this weekend's competitions, if you want to support the channel, you can become a STAG Plus member from the link below, which allows you to see videos early, get merch discount codes, ask our podcast guest questions, and much more. So please check it out if you can. As a top 5 floor worker in the world, Arsenii Dukhno was set to win the Cairo World Cup floor title, but his routine came back with a 0.3 neutral deduction. He didn't take any steps out of bounds. Gymnastics in 2026 requires all floor transitions to be unique. This is World Gymnastics' way of trying to bring artistic back into men's artistic gymnastics. His first transition would be considered a stag leap with a turn, as shown by this example used by World Gymnastics in their video. His second transition would be considered a stag leap without turns, as shown by this example. As per the clarification video used by World Gymnastics, these are considered 2 different transitions, so it should be okay. The judges in Egypt took the deduction. Arsenij's coaches put in a petition not once, but twice to get this neutral deduction reversed, but the coaches out in Egypt would not budge. This cost him a gold medal, as well as crucial World Cup circuit points towards qualifying to the World Champs later in this year. Also, it costs to put an inquiry in. I'm not sure the exact figure, but my coach mentioned that at the Oceania Champs a couple of years ago, inquiring twice would have cost around 1,500 New Zealand dollars. So not only did he lose a gold, but they were essentially fined as well. Arsenii took it well, however, when he addressed it on his social media, expressing understanding of judging errors, and he wants to look ahead for clarification on these rules so it doesn't happen in the future. I'm sure he's going to change his stag leaps. On the podium with him was fellow Russian gymnast Daniel Marinov in first. Aldrew Yulo once again claims a bronze on floor with the classic Yulo flair, besting Olympic medalist Raideli Zapata by 1/10. The Pommel final here was high quality, with 7 out of 6 scores in the 14 plus range. All of these scores would have been enough to win the recent Turkey World Cup. Hamlet Manukin was comfortably on top with a massive 14.8. This routine was practically perfect, with a 9.1 execution score. We also got to see Zheng Ao of China in this final. Unfortunately, he fell, but he has upgraded a lot in a short amount of time. He is one of the 6 appearances of emerging juniors in a final at this one World Cup. These guys were just competing at the Junior Worlds months ago and are now besting seniors at World Cups. It really feels like the cohort from last year's Junior Worlds hosted a decent handful of athletes that are comfortably slotting into the senior division. This may be from the new ruling that now both senior and junior gymnasts have 8 skills in their routine, meaning that juniors don't have to find an extra 2 skills when they transition to senior. Petronius won rings here with a 14.366. We also had Liu Yang in third. This is not the Liu Yang that you all know from the Olympics. This is a new, younger Liu Yang from China, who is maybe Liu Yang's replacement. I don't know how it works over in China. I would like to think that they have perfect gymnastics factories where they pump out the perfect gymnasts and send them out to compete. And maybe this is just the next version of Liu Yang. I don't know. Except this Liu Yang does more than rings. He also won the P-Bar title with a 14.366. Mohamed Afifi claimed second here, which was nice in front of a home crowd. And Arsenii Dukhno picks up another medal in bronze. Probably favourite to win it, Daniil Renaud fell, but he had this delightful dismount. Let's watch that again in slow motion. Jorman Alvarez did this super cool, unique dismount off the end of the bars. He again is one of those juniors turned seniors, and he's also part of an emerging crazy Colombian team for the future. I watched this competition live with you guys, and it was getting close to 3 a.m. in New Zealand time, but China picked up a gold again on bar with Li Hongyan. His stoop half Coleman connection is one of the nicest I've seen so far. Daniil Renaud should have won this with this tasty routine, but he sends the dismount too far. Hashtag justice for Renaud. Anya Barajas wasn't even in this final because he scored a 9.333. Yeah. I haven't seen a footage of the full routine, but according to Max Renaud, who was hosting the Stag Media Live blog, who was there in person, he just bombed, just fell on everything, went up, tried it again. But I have seen this one clip on Instagram of his guard coming loose and slipping off in the dismount, which is a bit scary. And also while we're here, I want to mention Camilo Vera. I didn't actually get to find out what happened to him, but he made high bar and floor final and pulled out of both. So Colombia not having the greatest showing here. I really hope these guys can have a great showing next time they're out on the international stage, because I would love to do a more in-depth look into how Colombia is looking at the moment. What are these guys going to do? Like, we've kind of got the top 5 teams in the world, but do they have to be worried? Luciano fell twice and was 8th here. This stoop half Coleman connection I find super impressive. Just how deep the giant is before he sends that Coleman. And Mario Giorgio came second here. Nice to see him on the podium with a 13.9. And Aldrew Yulo picks up another bronze with a lovely routine. And we finished off Cairo World Cup with a triple back stick from Turkey's Altın Dolgun. We also had the Luxembourg Open. There was no live stream of this, so just clips athletes uploaded to Instagram. I've left a link to the scores below, so check it out and look up the gymnasts if you want to see their performances. The one routine, if I'd have to call out one, that stood out to me as significant was Volodymyr Golovan's 13.950. He is another one of those juniors that would do very well in senior, but he's actually still in the junior division. Shout out the Aussies that were there as well. Heath Thorpe picked up a few medals, and Elijah Wu had a pretty good showing for his first senior comp. I'm just bringing him up because I met him earlier in the year and he's a super nice guy. Next weekend, we have another World Cup in Croatia. This one is much bigger with more athletes coming. If you want to see this live with me, then subscribe, follow the Instagram, and we'll see you there.